running around on Saturday. If you have not ever watched any of my videos before, this is Road Tripping with Rachel. I happen to be Rachel, and I enjoy taking everyone on road trips with me as we work our way through the Bible, through life, and even some time out on the road. So today I am running some errands. I have a few things that I need to get done. I work in higher Christian education, and I have some students that are moving on campus this week, and one had a birthday yesterday, and another one is going to be having a birthday later this month. So I'm making them a cake, and we're doing training. They're going to be some of my student workers, but I am baking a cake for them. And I picked up last week some cake pans, and that's too big. They won't, like, if I use them, the cake will not fit in my carrier. So I have to go and exchange them for, I bought 10-inch. I need to go on ahead and I'm going to switch them out for 9-inch. That would fit in my cake carrier. But it's going to be chocolate and with buttercream, and I'm going to make some strawberry preserves. So I'm also going to have to run through the grocery store. But already this morning, I have been to the farmer's market, which was really exciting. Last week when I went, I made it like 15 minutes before they were closing, and I got a few things. This time though, I made it in plenty of time. They were in full swing. I bought bread. I got some veggies. I let myself buy some flowers because they were so pretty. And then I went and grabbed a coffee and a muffin from one of the, since I was in town, from the local coffee shop, which was very good, but they were very busy, so it took me a good 10 to 15 minutes to get my coffee, but it's worth it. It's delicious. It's a Milky Way with sweet cream, foam on top. It's divine. It's divine. But I wanted to bring you along, and hopefully we'll be able to see some of the things as I get them done. Also, my church does a carry-in each month, and tomorrow's the carry-in, and I think I'm going to bake a cheesecake. So I need to get the stuff for a cheesecake. And I had put up some preserves previously, and I'm thinking either I'm going to use those, which would be mixed berry preserves, and like bake it into the cheesecake. Oh, it'd be so good. Or I am, for the birthday cake, I am going to make some strawberry preserves that's going to go in like the middle layer of it. It's going to be really good. And I was thinking if I make enough, I can just go on ahead and put the strawberry preserves in the cheesecake. I think that would be amazing too. But people always bring strawberries because it's summer. So you see my debate. I'm going to have all the stuff for it no matter what. I just have to decide, do I want mixed berry or do I want strawberry? That's basically what I have to decide on that one. And then I also have some laundry I'm doing. With it being August now, I am in the middle of, normally I will do a pretty big clean. Okay, I'm like Danny Tanner, okay? Like, I clean my apartment. I definitely, I like to have my space clean. I like to have it organized. But I do a big clean, every couple of months, where I am pulling a bunch of stuff out, deep vacuuming, deodorizing, throwing everything in the wash, scrubbing, washing curtains. I mean, we're talking I take stuff down and I'm washing it, and I'm and my water bill goes up. Stuff like that. That's where I'm at that. And I normally do it at major seasonal changes. So I normally will do one at Christmas time, when I put everything up for Christmas, and when I take it down, basic cleaning when I take it down, big clean whenever I put stuff up, because I'm swapping out so much decor. And then I will normally do another one then in spring, because I'm going through my closet, paring a bunch of stuff down, whole 9 yards. And then I'll do one really once school gets out, do a big clean, because I'll make sure all my winter stuff is all put away. I'll make sure stuff has been washed. I swap out the quilt and stuff like that I keep on my bed, because I like to sleep with I like to have my temperature cold, but I like to be able to be wrapped up like a burrito should I choose. That's just how I am. So I have a quilt with my comforter on like year round. It's just sometimes I have a lighter quilt and then sometimes I'll have a heavier quilt. So I swap those around. But we're at that point of the year now to where I'm like, okay, it's time to like get a bunch of stuff down. It's time to wash and make sure that like everything, all the big bulky stuff has been cleaned now. But we've got errands and we're going to be multitasking all day. But like I said, farmer's market, done. Having to run through another grocery store, needs to be done. Getting ready to swap out the cake pans. We're working on it. We're working on it. So join me for the rest of this day. All right, so I got the cake pans exchanged. I went like an inch lower, so these are going to be 9-inch cake pans. They actually ended up being cheaper because I was able to get them like as a set. So it was $10 for a 2-pack of the 9-inch pans at Hobby Lobby. And then I love fall. My birthday's in the fall. I love the colors. I'm a big color person. I do believe in color theory. Like it's a thing. But with me doing like my switch over, I was in there and I'm like, maybe since it's August, I can go ahead and just put my fall decor out. If I'm going to be doing the deep clean, let's just go on ahead and put the fall decor out. So I'm probably going to be doing that. So there's going to be pumpkins in my house. But it's August, okay? It is August. And, you know, September is basically fall anyway. You know, they're in school, apples, like everything starts coming, you know, ready to be harvested. And I like to enjoy fall. It needs to have its own moment because then I move on to Christmas and I love Christmas. Like, I make it past Halloween and I'm sorry. I am one of those people who's like, it's time for Christmas. It is time for Christmas. If I can make it past Halloween, it is time for Christmas. So, I know I'm going to get judged for that. I don't really care. I love Christmas and I like fall. And so, I'm fairly certain it's going to be happening. Just is. Okay, I'm starting to look just a little haggard now. I've been running around because it doesn't matter how clean you keep your house. If you go in to do a clean of anything, like I'm going to do the kitchen or I'm going to do whatever, you have to rip everything apart. It's just the way it works. But as of right now, you're just going to get a chance to see a few of the things I've been working on. So there we go. We got a lovely tablecloth and I bought myself flowers because I just feel like I deserve it. Ignore my pantry. That's just where it's at. And then I've also been moving a few things around because we want to have a moment too. So there we go. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? We got some pumpkins out and we put out a flower arrangement. So fun thing, like I actually ignored the blanket. I made this flower arrangement when I was in high school for my grandmother. It was a Christmas present for her when I was like 15 years old. And then I got it after she passed away. It came back to me. So I've also picked up a few things. So I need to still do a few things because I'm in that, like I said earlier, that I need to get my apartment organized for fall because with the nature of my job, like I already know we're kind of short-staffed, so it's pre-planned that I'm going to be doing some traveling this year. So with that, some of that means, especially like this week with students starting to come back, I'm going to be at work more than what would normally be like a 40-hour work week. And then, so for me, having my apartment like all neat and organized, like going into the school year will help me maintain that now for the rest of it. And just getting organized, getting stuff moved around. I rearranged my coffee corner that I have in my kitchen. I cleaned out one of the cabinets. I actually washed my front door of my apartment. It was starting to look kind of bad. It was dirty. And I hung up a wreath and I'm starting to feel like, okay, like it's going to look nice. I've got laundry going. We've got everything going. We're off to a good start. I probably won't get the cake I'm making for the students decorated today, but I do want to get it baked. That way I will be able to work on decorating it like tomorrow. And then I think I'm just going to do strawberries because it's the most generic in this case, like, because I don't know, like at church, like how people feel about mixed berry stuff. So we're going to go with strawberries. Okay, so real quick, I just want to share the recipe that I'm using on this cake. I've actually made this for church before. Ignore all the egg cartons. Those are for a project and I've just been saving them. So it is a brownie cake mix with the devil's food cake mix, 4 eggs, 1 cup of oil, and then 1 1/4 cups of water. Now, occasionally I like to go just a little bit rogue, and I think I'm probably going to do this today. But I got this through Pinterest, and let's see, the name is it's Home Hacks, something, SBLY Home Hacks. So I've seen this on several different people's things, but I'll try and remember to link this so that way someone else can grab it if they really want to. But I'm going to substitute out, because it's a 1 1/4 cups of water. I'm going to half the water and add coffee for it. My students vast majority of them are all coffee drinkers, so I think that'll be a fun little treat for them. All right, it is the next day, so it's Sunday. We've had the church carry-in. I am getting ready to decorate this cake. And I think it's only fair that I make the statement that I very rarely decorate a cake. It's not that I don't think they should be pretty. It's not that I don't like cake decorating. I am not good at it. It's just one of those like homemaking-ish skills I just don't possess. My grandmother used to decorate cakes all the time. My parents did a great job decorating cakes when I was little. I don't really have this talent. So this is going to be very, very basic, and I'm excited to do it because I like doing things for other people and I like making pretty things for other people. But I will show you guys where we get to. It's just, I gotta preface this with, I am not a cake decorator by any stretch of the imagination, and I am like super nervous about doing this. I just leveled the cakes off, so this is where we're at right. So I have leveled them, and I think they're mostly level. This one might need to go like through there just real quick, but they're mostly level. So we're off right now to a good start. I will update you like as we're going through. All right, we've made it a little farther. We've got the 2 layers are attached, and in between this there is a layer of strawberry, and it's sandwiched between the frosting, so it'll look really pretty whenever it gets cut into. But okay, we made it through the first part. It actually kind of looks a little bit like a ding dong or a woofy pie right now. There's a part of me that just wants to put a pretty swirl on it and call it done. But we're not going to do that because I'm also going to put chocolate-covered strawberries on it. Okay, so the chrome coat is now on. I know you... That was a bit of a production. Oh, it looks so bad. But the chrome coat is on. So fun fact, even though I'm not great at decorating cakes, I did take a cake decorating class when I was in like, oh gosh, I don't even know how old I was. I think it was probably high school. It was an event that some youth leaders actually put on while I was a part of Awana. So if your church has Awana, great job. I'm a citation award winner. I toot my own horn there. But one of the rewards for getting so many sections of our book done was we did a cake decorating class, and it was a lot of fun. We just did a basic cake, but I don't think I have ever worked with buttercream, and I'm using buttercream, and it's a lot stiffer than what I'm used to. I mean, normally what my mom has always done has been like, like Crisco, and then like almond or vanilla extract, whatever it was, and then powdered sugar, and then like evaporated milk, and like it's looser, if that makes sense. Like it's not stiff. It's not meant to get stiff unless it gets cold and it starts to dry out. Buttercream, because you're using so much like it's just so stiff. So it's a little different for me to work with. So I have it setting out now. So hopefully whenever I go to put like the next coat of icing on, it will be a little looser, since it'll be sitting out. That's my hope anyway. Because I want this to turn out. In my head, it's super cute. And it's going to be really good. And I'm going to have chocolate covered strawberries on it. And I'm going to just impress my students with what I'm willing to do for them. But it needs to turn out. So we shall see how this goes. I just put the cake in the fridge. I'm going to let it chill for like an hour. And hopefully like that will give it the crumb coat itself a chance to really stiffen up. So that way it doesn't get all carried over whenever I put the next coat of icing on. So my students are now back on campus. We just had our first dinner together for this year, because that's what we do whenever they're here and they're training for my student ambassadors. And we sang happy birthday to 2 of my students because their birthday's this month. We got them pizza and they all really liked the cake and really appreciated it. So I'll make sure that I insert a picture. I had a lot of fun making it. It was fun. It was an adventure considering like I really don't decorate cakes. And overall, it was a very productive weekend. I rearranged some furniture in my room, got some baking done, and got to see the fruits of my labor be appreciated. So I hope you enjoyed this weekend with me, and that if you enjoy this content, make sure that you like and subscribe. That way I am able to know what you're enjoying, what you're not, and be able to continue to create content for you. So hope you had